Welcome back. I'm back. I think. I hope. You can see I'm a little tired looking. I'm gonna put my little prop up here. Woo! It's been quite a couple weeks, but I'm happy to say it feels like the majority of the big transitions are over in terms of starting the new serving job and helping get my son settled in his new apartment and figuring out what I want to keep. I'm still doing a little more that. I have a couple boxes, but that's it. And I want to downsize a little more, and just because it was the last minute of throwing stuff in a box, but I really don't have much stuff, and that is so freeing, I will say. And I did kind of reclaim my car in terms of the setup. I'm gonna challenge myself. I did this last time and I'm like, oh gosh, what am I doing? But I really am. I'm gonna try to make a video every day, even if it's a short. But I'm gonna try to post something every day this week because I felt a little out of touch with YouTube, and I love the connections I'm making on YouTube, and I love the channel that I'm building and the community that I'm creating here, and reading comments and stuff, and I just want to stay connected. I'm not gonna get all super emotional or whatever, but just know that it's been big for me, YouTube. Sometimes I'm I don't want to do a video because I have a zit, for example. Or I don't want to do a video because I'm super tired and I feel I'm gonna be whiny on there or whatever. I don't know. There's stories that tell myself about why I don't want to post, and they're totally valid. And sometimes when there's a lot on my plate, some things have to go for a little bit, and I feel I've been creating less content, and that's okay. However, I've realized that it's okay to make a video with a pimple, and it's okay to be tired and a little. It's just something I want to do and continue to do. So, and if I'm feeling tired, maybe it means I need to get more sleep and prioritize that more. Or if maybe I'm, I don't know. I'm not gonna make a video of me sleeping on the couch, obviously, at this point. Maybe maybe someday, I don't know. Anyway, that's a ramble, but I'm gonna challenge myself. Hold on. So I'm challenging myself to make a video every day, if it's just a short or video. But today we're going to be DoorDashing, and I'm going to kind of be just checking in about everything. And I do want to do I'm moving back into my car tour, but I think that might happen. I might do some today, but post it later. So the thing is, I've kind of lost touch with being in front of the camera, so bear with me as I get more comfortable again, because I'm really self-conscious right now. I'm ooh, what am I supposed to say? What is my focus? So it's good I'm doing this. And what I am gonna do is do a 4-hour chunk of DoorDash. But before I turn it on, I have a theory that when I take a break from DoorDashing for a while, and then I go back on, or any of the apps, actually, well, DoorDash and Uber are the two that I use, and I've been doing them full time since August. Well, I think it was early September, actually. I'm not sure. It's in one of my videos when I figured out I could DoorDash in the van. Didn't even, anyway. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I figured out I have a Americano. It's an Americano with the cold foam cream or whatever. So that cold foam cream costs $1.25, but the Americano is only $4. This is a big coffee. So this right here was $5.74, which if I get my venti latte, oat milk, blah blah blah, so that's a little better. And it's got 4 shots of espresso, which these days, yeah. Anyway. So, my theory about DoorDash is, and Uber Eats, is if you take a break from the app and then go back on, that the orders tend to seem like they're a little bit better. And that's actually why I think I did really well, traveling from city to city, because it was being new to an area and they kind of do a promo And it's the same with like taking a week or two break and then doing a promo. So the other day I DoorDashed for a couple hours in the morning, and I actually made pretty decent money for what I had been making. So now either it's gotten better over those 2 weeks, people are being more generous with tips, and you know, or whatever, but I was surprised. I got a bunch of pretty high paying orders. So let's try that theory out today for these 4 hours. It's 10:44. I'm gonna go online for 4 hours, but I'm curious to see, and I'll screenshot the orders that I get. But I think sometimes it's good to take a break, which same with like taking a break from, anyway, I'm going online right now. I'm gonna stop talking about it and I'm going online. So okay, so that's odd. I ran into my first problem already. So I did just DoorDash, like, let me check my account. Okay, I did just DoorDash last Wednesday and Thursday morning. And so I haven't Friday, Saturday, Sunday because I have my serving thing, and now when I try to go online, it's like dash your agreement. So I'm like reading through that. Anyway, I'm not even sure I could take pictures. I'm gonna do Uber Eats. Let's try out Uber Eats for the day. Let's see how much I can make doing Uber Eats. So I'm back online for Uber Eats, and we'll see if we get any orders. I think it'd be good to have 2 phones, because then I could like record one and be online and do so. Oh look, I have one. 3.5 miles. No, it was $5.50 for 38 minutes. I'm not taking it. It was a package from the mall, Apple package for $5.50. Only 3 miles, but 38 minutes? That doesn't add up. Like, I know that Uber overestimates the time, so I probably could have done it in half an hour. That's still only $11 per hour. All right, here we go. It's not great, but it's something. It's $5.52, I think, for 15 minutes. McDonald's, let's go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with DoorDash. I mean, I honestly, the funny thing is, I'm trying to, like, while I was waiting for this Uber order, I'm like trying to read the agreement and go through it, and I did pretty thoroughly. And I mean, not all of it, but like I'm skimming it and stuff. Anyway, I just was like, let me see if I can just agree to it and get started. It won't let me, like, I can't go online for DoorDash. Even trying to, like, say, yes, I agree to this agreement. I just spent, like, 5 minutes going over it. So that's interesting. I don't think I could DoorDash right now until I sign this updated contract. But it seems like it's being a challenge to sign the updated contract. So that's unusual. I'm glad I have this serving job. The way they do their tips, the tips are great, actually. The tips are really good. I've made an average of 20% so far, because it does, like, when you enter your tips, it kind of, you know. But I've only been paid for 2 days, like the way the payroll cycle is. So I think the end of this week will be my first, like, solid paycheck. So that's kind of exciting. But unless people cash in tip, if they do cash tips, I can keep them right then. But if they do the card, which most people are just paying on their cards, then I enter in the tips, and they are taxed, and they go to my my paycheck. So it's not like instant money the way, like, gig work, you can access that money quickly. And I haven't been doing the gig work, so I'm in, like, I'm kind of in a holding period, waiting for the financial abundance to pour in that I know is about to do that. Yeah. But here we go. And we are on our way to McDonald's on South Tacoma Way for this $5.50 order. Okay, now I'm getting a little irritated at DoorDash because, so they are telling me that I scheduled myself for a dash 15 minutes ago, but I'm like, you're not allowing me to actually dash now because of the contract you want me to sign. But So it's like a catch-22. So it looks like I'm flaking on my scheduled dash, which is whatever. It doesn't affect my ratings at all. But I'm like, I wanted to dash, but there was this like service contract update and I'm not like able to push the buttons. So I can contact somebody, but I don't have time for all that right now. I'm gonna just do this Uber order at the McDonald's drive-thru. It's a weird in-between. I wore a tank top and a jacket that's kind of like heavy and insulated, but then my tank top is probably gonna be too cold. Hi there.
Hello.
I had an Uber Eats. It was C48 at the end. Thank you.
Well?
Awesome. Let me confirm pickup. So Uber Eats sent me a really great order, but you know how when they send those like offers and then they're like, another driver matched with this order faster or whatever. So I missed out on that. $21 for 48 minutes. That would have been nice. But it's whatever. So far I have the 550 order. I'm not sure about my theory of like taking a break from the apps. I can't tell if I'm hot or cold. I'm pretty tempted to just take off and go to the coast and just say, F it. These are my days off. I might do that. I might actually do that. Tomorrow's video will be brought to you from Kalalik. No, probably not, but okay, I got another one and it was like $3 for, I don't know, I'll put the picture in here, but I'm getting discouraged. So I feel like such a chump because I've just accepted. It's $11, but it says 48 minutes. Hopefully it'll only take like 30 minutes. Uber does that sometimes, but it's just been dry. And DoorDash, I can't get on the app. And I'm sure I can call customer service and do all that, but yeah, it's a little frustrating. But it's okay. It's a-okay. So I accepted. My next delivery is 11:08 and I think it's at 48 minutes. I don't know how many miles. That's the thing with Uber, I go by like the length of time. DoorDash is more like miles. I guess I should look at the miles for Uber too, which I took a screenshot, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna go back to the directions now, but that's what we're doing now. On to the next one. Okay, so it is now 12:30. I went offline like 10 minutes ago because I've made almost $17, but that whole time, that was it. So I'm just like gonna take a mental break. And like check in and feel like, is it actually worth this right now for me? I think Uber, because they've been a couple really good trips that popped up on the trip radar, but they have been other like drivers got them. So I think probably with this updated terms of service from DoorDash that more people are going and using Uber, like more drivers are going on the Uber app. I was happy to accept the terms, but it wouldn't let me. Like I could accept the terms, but then when I go to DoorDash now or Dash Now, it's like not letting me dash. So I'm not sure why that is. I think I need to call DoorDash. Anyway, I'm taking a little break. I have to use the bathroom and I'm just kind of like, I was like super, like, I'm trying to decide if I should use this day to rest. I need to make money because of how like the pay, because I don't really get paid until the end of this week. So I just need to kind of like check in with myself, I think. There's like a Barnes and Noble. I might like, no, that's a distraction. I was like, I will go peruse some books, but yeah, I think a walk, I don't know. I'm checking in with myself right now. Okay. My little break is over. I'm outside Safeway. And I figured out I can actually sign back in to the DoorDash app. I was looking for something to eat in there. I couldn't find it. So I'm kind of hungry still. But I'm trying not to like just spend a bunch of money on food. I should have gotten something in there, but I actually had to use the bathroom and there were like 8 people in the line for the bathroom. And the song that was playing was like, I guess it's Eddie Money. I didn't know. There was a whole conversation, but it was like, waiting so long, or something. Anyway, I was like, well, this is an appropriate song. Well, there's like 4 of us in line and all 3 stalls are full. And then some lady in this stall was like, you don't know this song? Like, this Eddie Money. I'm not talking to you anymore, or something. I was like, well, I'm gonna know this song now after waiting so long. Oops, my phone fell. Anyway, while I was in there waiting so long, I tried going back online to DoorDash, and I can do that. So I signed up for a 2.5-hour dash. Well, actually just over 2 hours. I want to be done at 3:30. And we'll see. I'm online now. We'll see how busy DoorDash is. I guess I did sign the contract, so yeah. Here we go. I think while I'm waiting for DoorDash, I'm going to organize my car a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to say somebody commented and was like, I hope soon in your videos you do more like horizontal. I do plan on doing that. I think I might have said that earlier, but in case I didn't like fully capture that, or in case I don't put that part in this video, I will be doing that soon. But I just want to stay in touch, and I want to keep, you know, documenting this part of my life. And I don't, these are my days. Like, I need to make a little money, and that's what's happening today. So spending time editing, I don't, until like I start getting these paychecks from the serving job, money is really, really tight, and it takes a lot of time to do the editing and setting up. I have to set up my tripod when I do those videos. Well, maybe I can hold my camera. So I am going to do a car tour video soon, and maybe that one I'll do like an updated car tour video. And that one I will do that one this way, horizontally. So it's not that I do want to follow through with what I said in my response, but I'm not able to do that at this particular day and time. All right, I need to find a garbage because got some garbage in my car I kind of want to clean out, and yeah, hopefully DoorDash comes through soon. Here's some garbage cans. We'll park over here. Okay, it's been about, I don't know, not that long. I got one order, and it was for $6.50 for 5 something miles. I contemplated, I was like, I should probably take this, but it put me outside of the dash area, and I was like, I'm already a little annoyed at the app. Oh, here's an Uber. Okay, that Uber order came through. It's like $20 for 30 something minutes. Yes, I'm taking that. And so I went to pause my dash. I actually ended it by accident, but it's okay because it's probably going to take me 30 something minutes. So let's get this Uber order. First decent order of the day. Here we go. Did that drop off. I didn't see what time it was when I started, but yeah, it was about 38 minutes, I think, and it's gonna be $20, so that's not bad for Uber. And I think I'm gonna turn DoorDash back on now, which I probably should have done like right before I dropped that off, just to like have them both on at the same time, but it's whatever. I'm getting hungry though. I haven't eaten yet today. Okay, so I've got now both apps on. I just rejected an order from Uber Eats. It was like that app, another Apple order. I don't know if it was the same one that just came back hours later, but it was like $4.59 for 31 minutes. And even though it's headed like towards where I'd like to go, like downtown Tacoma area, it's a pickup from inside the mall, and I don't want to do it. So, all right. So I did turn the dash.
Head north on East D Street toward East 62nd Street, then turn left onto East 62nd Street. Turn left onto East 62nd Street.
I don't want you telling me.
Head north on East D Street toward East 61st Street. In 500 feet, turn left onto East 60th Street.
Hold on.
Head west on East 61st Street toward East B Street.
Sorry, you're seeing me.
In 500 feet, turn right onto East B Street.
Oh, she won't stop talking to me. Okay, I'm gonna pull over.
Turn right onto East B Street, then turn left onto East 60th Street.
I have to open up the app and silence her. Hold on. It was bad enough listening to music and having her tell me what to do, but like while I'm trying to talk, no. I'm sorry. I guess that's AI, huh? Like that AI. I will not be overtalked by AI. Although it is helpful to know where I'm going. But anyway, I can read the instructions. They still show up. It says turn right on Pacific Ave. Got it. I mean, I know where I'm going. That's the other thing. I'm in Tacoma. I know where I am. All right. I had a whole like exciting thing. Oh yeah, so there's a challenge for myself, right? Like it's a big thing. I mean, it's on my channel. It's what I'm doing. It's I made a plan for myself. Oh gosh, I was 2020, and it was like April or May, and it's like when I was working in a natural food store, and we had to like serve. I worked in the bulk herb aisle, and I loved it. And I got to like, when people would come like ask for herbs, I had to like weigh them out and sell, bag them up and everything. Because of COVID, it was like they only wanted one person dealing with all the bulk herbs and spices. But it was fun. I got to talk about like, ask people what they were using them for, and I love that. There's medicinal herbs that we sold there, but also culinary spices, and it was just really fun. But I also had a lot of downtime in between customers and like wiping off the shelves and stuff to like think about my life. And that's when I kind of hatched this plan, and I thought to myself, if I use, we got those stimulus checks a little bit here and there. Like I wasn't getting the like monthly ones because I was working, but my plan was to use the stimulus checks to invest. Actually, my plan was to save up, but that didn't happen. But to save up for a van, but I wasn't able to do that. But I used the stimulus check. I bought a van and I converted it with a tax return, like used that money towards converting my van. And my plan was to, once my son graduated high school, to live in my van and keep working at that store and save the money that I would have been spending on rent, and buy land and a tiny home with it. And a tiny home for me, like I don't want to spend more than $20,000, maybe 25, maybe 30. Like I'm giving myself a couple years, so I know there's inflation, and but I'm also willing to do a lot of the work myself. I'm willing to, there's a lot of, I just financially, like, I mean, maybe I can spend more, but I don't really want to. If I have more, then I'd like to use it for other things. Like a chicken coop, or I don't know, whatever, or travel, or savings. So that was my plan. And I did the math on like living in my van and saving it up. And I was like, okay, this is my 9-year plan. So within 9 years, I should have, I got an order, a package. No. No, Uber. It said $11, but it also said an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, without pulling out my calculator, I'm going to do some quick math and say that comes to about $8 an hour. No, and that's before gas. And anyway, back to what I was talking about. So my things have changed a little bit. I quit that job, and I was doing gig work full time, and now I have taken this serving job as well. And depending, once I actually get a paycheck, like a regular paycheck, because my tips are included in that, but that means they're also taxed, and like I'm not sure exactly what it'll work out to. It's a lot of math because I also pay towards the busser and the kitchen, and and it's different every day. I make an hourly like minimum wage, which is great because in Massachusetts, this was years ago, but when I did serving, I remember it was only a couple bucks an hour because they were, they were like, you mostly get paid with tips. So here, at least I can budget at least like the minimum wage per hour, the 28 hours a week. So that's good. And then the tips are on top of that, but they're taxed and all that other stuff that I just said. So I have yet to like be able to really sit down and do my budget and figure out like what I'm going to be making. But, I know I've done my budget. I just don't know how I'm gonna like meet my budget. Like, is it gonna be all the serving job? Is it gonna be a combination of DoorDash or gig work and the serving job? Is it is the serving job gonna be enough? Is it worth it? And is it something that like I think it will be? Especially seeing like how unpredictable these apps. Here's another one, 509. Hold on, let me see what this Uber is. Okay, I'm taking it. It's Momo King, inside the Tacoma Mall. But it was like $5, but it was only like 2.8 miles, and I think it said like 20 minutes or something. So it's not like great pay, but it's fine. It was like close to $6, I think. I meant to screenshot it, but I just accepted it. Anyway, back to my long-winded story of my life. Once I figure out what I'm actually making, I'll know kind of like a little more about my my budget. So, but one thing I know and that I've budgeted into my budget is that budget's a verb and a noun. That's cool. So one thing that I've budgeted into my budget is that I want to be saving every month, and I have a specific amount that I want to save every month. And I'm in kind of like this weird transition time because of the pay and just like everything going on. But like I've given myself like starting June really like sticking with the savings. And probably even next month, but it'll be a challenge to see like savings wise. It's a really it's a plan that I've had for years, and I'm about 4 years into the plan. 2023, 3 years into the plan, and I've been doing my plan. I have a vehicle that I can live in. I have jobs that I'm doing, and so even though it's a little different than my initial plan that I set up, I think I actually have the ability to earn a little more money. Anyway, I'm gonna go pick up these Momos or Momo King stuff. Out of back, got my order from Momo King, and back to what I was saying. I think that's like there's two areas where I'm like a little anxious about, well, two of the areas where I'm a little anxious about this upcoming time, because there's always going to be like fear of the unknown, I guess, but I'm okay with that. But I like to like narrow it down and like what is it specifically. So two areas that I'm a little anxious. I'm not worried about, but it's like, but it's also the stuff that can kind of drive me. And one of them is saving money, and am I going to be able to be self-disciplined enough? That's one of the areas. And then the other area is I'm a little nervous about living in my car so much. I'm excited, and I'm a little nervous about living in my car. It's one thing to like try it out for like a few days at a time, or like even like a longer period of time, like the 5 weeks. It was like 5.5 weeks total, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm not exactly sure. I lived in my van for 6 months before, but I was a lot younger. And then I would just like take my dogs and like bring them to parks in the woods, and then like find a place to sleep in the van at night. So it worked out. So I've done that before, but I am a little nervous about that part. Alrighty, let's go in and get this pickup. Okay, I got this next order. I don't remember exactly how much it was for, but I also got myself some chips and salsa, so I'm gonna eat because it's 3 o'clock. I'm hungry, and this is the first thing I've had today. A nice big bag of chips and a little thing of salsa. However, this might be messy. This might be a messy situation, and I'm not going to be recording while I eat and drive. And, well, I'm going to have one chip. But I need to look at the directions, so I'll be back. Okay, I think that might conclude today's video. But I am gonna challenge myself to do a video every day, even if it's a short, for this week, Monday through Friday, just to stay in touch and to challenge myself. I think it'll be good. So let's see. Overall, it says that I didn't end up getting any orders from DoorDash, and it says I made like $44 on Uber. And I think like I did take that break in the middle. I want to say that I worked for maybe 3 hours. I'm not 100% sure, but the thing with Uber is that like, and that's like not a great rate at all, but I knew that like some of the orders, but also with the thing with Uber is that not all of the tips come through right away. So I imagine that as the hours go by, that it might go up to like 50 or 55 or something. Hopefully, we'll see. So thanks for riding along, kind of hearing where I'm at, and